Hello, hi, my name is Maria Meadowcroft, and I am going to share with you some marketing tips for websites, digital, and print media. Just some background information about me. I have been in marketing and public relations for more than 20 years. I have a degree in journalism and communication. I did a marketing intern at New Senda Credit Union when I was in college. I have done freelance writing and marketing. I was also the marketing and public relations director for Taos Health Systems, which is now Holy Cross Medical Center, for 10 years. I am currently in charge of the marketing and business promotion for Sentinel Bank. We are going to cover branding, marketing, your ideal customer avatar, websites for products, content creation, communication plan, online scan path, email marketing, social media marketing, digital advertising, measuring, tweaking, and repeating. What is branding? Branding is who you are and who you are selling to. A brand is the way a company, organization, or individual is perceived by those who experience it. More than simply a name, term, design, or symbol, a brand is recognizable feelings a product or business evokes. Brands then live in the mind. They live in the minds of everyone who experiences them, employees, investors, the media, and most importantly, your customers. The fundamental elements of a brand include the company culture, name and tagline, identity, voice, and messaging, website, and possibly a brand architecture. Your brand personality is the unique spectrum of thoughts, emotions, and behavioral patterns that are intrinsic to your brand. Your brand's identity is more than just its logo. Identity is the visual encapsulation of the deep truths revealed about your brand in strategy and positioning. Think to yourself, what are you selling? Who are you? What are your specific strengths, quirks, perspectives, and style? Who is your target audience? Who is your ideal customer? Why should your audience do business with you? This is such an important question I ask over and over and over. You need to understand who you serve with your core strengths, uniqueness, and gifts to find your sweet spot, the place where your greatest gift meets your customer's deepest needs. And then remember to ask yourself, once again, over and over, why should they care? Your brand voice and messaging is critical to your brand's engagement. They distinguish your brand from its competitors by conveying its purpose, promise, and personality. Brand voice and messaging humanize your brand, make it identifiable to your customers. Branding has the power to shape reality. Your brand should be cohesive and well articulated. And when you do this, your marketing initiatives will be too. It's about serving every opportunity to express why people should choose you over your competitors. You should always have a brand guide that you follow. At a minimum, you should include in your guide so you have a style and format that is consistent and that works, your mission, vision, your logo and how it can be used, your tagline, your font or fonts and text size, normal text, your headlines and your subheadlines, your colors, both RGB and CMYK. They're modes for mixing color and graphic design. As a quick reference, RGB is best for digital work, CMYK is for print products. RGB refers to the primary colors of light, red, green, and blue that are used in monitors, television screens, digital cameras, and scanners. CMYK refers to the primary colors of pigment, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Follow your brand guide and stay consistent. Marketing. And this is kind of just hopefully some background information for most of you. Marketing and sales are the lifeblood of any sustainable business. Marketing refers to all activities you do to promote and sell products and services to your customers. The best marketing rarely ever feels like marketing. It feels like someone is taking care of you. They're informing you. They're helping you. They're delighting you. They're inspiring you. And most importantly, they're inviting you to do things that you want to do and buy things that you genuinely want to buy. Modern marketing is completely honest, truthful, and ethical, always and in all ways. Lying and exaggerating put you out of integrity, which make you and your marketing unethical, and even a little innocent white lie can destroy trust in your brand. Don't do it. Embrace marketing and practice copywriting. Make sure to write in your own voice. Stay true to your own brand from a tone perspective, and where appropriate, use emotionally charged words that really connect to your ideal customer's desires and fears. Every piece of marketing you create must include at least one call to action. You should connect with your market consistently and notice what works when you do more of it. Anything that doesn't work, get rid of it. Track your conversion rates, pay attention to what gets you results, and be curious about it. Always, as I mentioned, use a call to action. Tell your prospects exactly what you want them to do and how to take the next step. Most of us mistakenly assume that our prospects know what to do, but the reality is most probably don't unless we tell them. Copywriting is a learnable skill, and the more you work on it, the better you will be. Realize everybody has their own unique tone, their voice, their style that comes through in copy. Headlines. Headlines are there to get someone to open your email, to get attention. And let's see. If your prospects don't read your emails, they don't click on your blog post, they don't pay attention to your message, you can't make a sell. Your headline needs to sell the rest of your message. Its job is to get attention and to compel your prospect to continue reading. Some questions to ask yourself. Does your copy actually move you? Great copy should really stir something emotional inside of you and your audience. As I mentioned already, we often forget to put a call to action in every single marketing piece that we create. That's what's referred to as a direct response marketing. You want your prospects to see your message and take a direct action, like a click or call or a purchase, in response to your marketing message. Some examples include click to play the video, reply to this email, leave a comment, click here, buy now, register now, order now. So when you're writing copy, make sure you read your own copy, and you've got to ask yourself, are you engaged in it? Am I moved? Does it stir emotions in me? Do I get so excited that I actually want to buy my own stuff? Then I always make sure to have somebody else, someone that I trust, read it and ask themselves the same questions. Does it make sense? Is it clear? And how does it make you feel? Remember to use concrete versus abstract language. An example of this is get toned triceps versus transform your body. The first one's very specific. The second one is more abstract and general. The more specific you can be, the better off you'll be. Your ideal customer avatar. Understanding the audience you're trying to reach. Ideal customers aren't just more likely to buy what you're selling, they're also significantly more loyal in their relationship with your brand. And few things are more valuable than brand loyalty. So it's really, really important to understand the audience you're trying to reach. Knowing and truly understanding your customers helps you create better products and services, write better copy, and focus your time and energy when it comes to marketing, because you're never going to appeal to everyone. The best way to do this, to write using your ideal customer avatar, is writing, you pick one person, an ideal person that you're trying to reach. Use that as a basis for all your communication. This means write to them. Everything you write should be to them, for them. This will allow you to get direct, specific, and personal. When you're trying to understand your ideal customers, ask yourself, who are they? What is their age, gender, ethnicity? What are his or her hopes, dreams, fears, and frustrations? The better you can understand your customer, the more personal you can write your content, and the more anyone who reads it will feel a connection to it. Your website. Why does your website exist, and what does it need to do for you? Your website is the most complete and centralized manifestation of your brand. It is basically your home base for everything online. Websites are optimal in modern business. It shouldn't be just pretty. It should be your best unpaid salesperson. Your best unpaid salesperson, working 24/7 to build trust, grow your audience, and elegantly convert browsers into buyers and raving fan customers. Your website is the most complete and centralized manifestation of your brand. It should connect your audience, connect people to you, should capture their attention, should help you build trust and ultimately convert sales. So, connecting. The moment your ideal customer lands on your website, you must connect with them. You've got to let them know that they have come to the right place now and that you've done all that ideal customer work. You know a lot more about your people. You know what they're looking for and they want to see, what they want to hear, and of course, what they want to get from your business. Your copy and your messaging on your website should be clear and really customer focused. It should capture. In other words, your website must be designed to help you capture your ideal audience's attention. It should build trust. Your website allows you to build trust by describing how your products and your services are going to benefit your customers. It helps you build trust by giving you a place to publish a steady stream of useful content for your ideal customer. And it should convert sales. It should allow you to really showcase your products and your services, make offers, and sell. As I mentioned, it should be your home base. It's where your content will live, where you will link out from so that you can get more people to come back to. At a very minimum, and this is my opinion, there's no wrong or right way to do this, but at a minimum, I think you should have a homepage. And your homepage, you should update on a regular basis. Keep it fresh. Keep it consistently new so that people can come back more than once and not get bored with it. You want to inspire people to do business with you. You should maybe include an About Us section. Who are you? What do you do? You should probably have a products and or services page. And this is a list of the things you want your customers to navigate through. You should possibly have customer support, customer service page, possibly even a policy page. Policy pages are important, especially for product-based businesses. They can make it more likely for someone to shop with you, less likely to have an upset customer later on. Just puts everything up front. And in general, your policy page should have your terms and conditions. Your website should have quality pictures and visuals. People love pictures. It helps them visualize your brand. So your policy page, in general, all websites should have a privacy policy page with terms and conditions. It's common for brands to put links to pages with this information in the footer of the website so that it's clearly visible on every page online. However, depending on your ideal customer, you may want to put the link to some of this information on the products page or in the header of the website as well. I've included an example. Nike, took a screenshot of Nike's website, and as you can see, they have their Nike privacy policy. Don't forget to include your privacy policy. If you are a business that sells products, you might want to include a products page. In your products page, make sure to include the product description, the product photos and videos, maybe videos, at least the photos, materials, what fabric or material or ingredients your product is made from, manufacturingly, where was your product made and how, dimensions, size, shipping information, guarantees and returns, reviews and testimonials. I cannot stress it enough. Testimonials are so valuable. They give confidence to your buyers about your products and help them find the right stuff for them. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is SEO. It helps you boost your rankings so your site is visible to the people you want to attract to your site and buy products and services from you. This is the practice of growing your site's visibility in the organic search engine results, and it should not be a one-time job. SEO is when you have, SEO is, when we go to Google and in the search engine, we type in a question and we're hoping Google has the answer to it. So do your customers. And this is why search engine optimization is so important. Search engines work, such as Google, Bing, and Yahoo. They send out robots, also known as spiders, to crawl websites for content. The search engines then store and build an index or library out of this content. When someone enters a query into a search box, The search engine uses complex proprietary algorithms to display results pulled from their databases. The rankings of these results is affected by the content's relevance and popularity. This is why you want to create content that Google can crawl and index. Your site pages aren't visible to Google. It won't be able, if your site pages aren't visible to Google, it won't be able to index them and show or suggest your site to potential clients and customers. One of the most important parts of SEL is link building. This is the practice of getting high quality backlinks to your site. When the search engines find relevant links back to your site, it's a signal that your site is a reliable source. Link building can be done through activities like social media, sharing, guest posting, interviews, infographics, and commenting. Remember, I mentioned that you will link everything back to your site. This is how it's all connected. And your content. Your content should be relevant to what the users expect to find when they search for your keywords. Content can influence other ranking factors such as click-through rate and bounce rate. Bounce rate tells you what percentage of people left a page on your site without visiting other content. Remember to write your content for humans and not robots. Working with keywords, your goal is to drive organic traffic to your site from the search engine results page. Keywords are the words and phrases users enter into the search engine. So when you use Google to search, these are your keywords. Keywords that you target will determine what kind of traffic you get. You want to aim for quality traffic that will convert viewers into readers, subscribers, and buyers of your goods and services. You'll need to determine a few keyword seed words, words that describe your products and your niche, and help you identify your competitors. Your audience. The most important, the options when, oh. So that is search engine optimization. Content marketing. Content marketing is a must in today's world. Creating free content to support your business goals is what's known as content marketing. Find my notes on content marketing. Free content is a highly leveraged way to build trust with your audience, to provide value to others, and to establish your business as an industry leader at scale. Free content allows you to build community. Free content helps you attract ideal customers to your website. So if you blog regularly on your own site with just some basic SEL knowledge, you can start to show up in search engine results from terms and keywords that your ideal customer are looking for. In other words, when you do this right, free content can translate into free traffic to your business website. Content gives your prospectives a no-risk way to experience your brand before they buy. And this can give you an advantage, especially if you're in an industry where your competitors are not really creating much free online content yet. Brands who share the best free content always win. A steady stream of free content allows you to stay top of mind, so when your customer is ready to buy, you've already established trust and you've already delivered value. Free content is any content that you create to share your ideas, to earn trust, and to build relationships with both your prospective prospective and your existing customers. Could be your email newsletter, your blog posts, an interview, or your social media posts, videos, or podcasts. Any content that you create and share with the world for free could fall under the umbrella of free content. Remember, a steady stream of free content allows you to stay top of mind. So when your customers are ready to buy, you're already established trust and you've already delivered value. Free is not just what you do when you're first starting out. Free content is how you continue to express your brand's vision, your values, your creativity, and your commitment to the market that you serve. In today's world, free content is probably second to your website, the building block of your online brand presence. And it is a must in today's world. As I've already mentioned, it gives your prospects a no-risk way to experience your brand before they buy. Free content is highly leveraged, builds trust, builds community, and it really allows you to stay top of mind. Now, it's important to remember to go for quality over quantity. It's always better to publish something higher quality less often than putting out shoddy filler all over the place in some effort to stay top of mind. If it's consistently done bad, it does more harm than good. Remember, your priority should be to stay in your own game. Focus on building a relationship with your list, your ideal customer. Your goal should be to develop a content plan that leverages your strengths and is 100% achievable for you right now. Some examples of basic content creation formats. You have the written word, newsletters, articles, blog posts, social posts, quotes, audio, spoken word, MP3 files, videos such as YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram videos. You can put them on the platforms or embedded in your blog post. Your graphics, which can include infographics, illustrations, quote cards, photographs, GIFs. There's so many ways to do content. And style is all about how you execute. As I've already mentioned, once you know the frequency that feels right for you and one that you can commit to consistently, and you determine a format, it's time to think about how you want your communication to feel. This is your tone, your flavor, how you want people to feel when they read your content, and what your ideal customer can get out of your content. And I can't stress it enough, consistency is key to online content, online communication. Given your strengths, bandwidth, and business model, how often can you communicate to stay in touch with your audience? Daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, something else? What frequency can you absolutely commit to no matter what? I know that we're all busy and we have a lot going on. The key is consistency, but in a way that works for you, and then stick to it. There's no one-size-fits-all solution to designing an effective communication plan for your business. Everybody is different in terms of strengths and capabilities. Every audience is different in terms of how often they need or want to be communicated with. And the way I put together my communication plan is once every year or once every other year, I develop a marketing plan. My marketing plan is outlook of my entire year. It's the broader picture. It goes through my strategy, goals, objectives, the organizational strategies. And from there, I put together a communication plan. And my communication plan, first thing I do when I put together my communication plan is I list out a bunch of content ideas, what that fit the business that I'm trying to communicate about. I just brainstorm and free write until I have maybe 15, 20 ideas that I can probably get information out about. From those 15, 20 ideas, I put together sub-ideas. I break them down even further. And then I put together a content plan. Based off of my marketing plan, I put together a quarterly plan. And then from there, I break it down monthly and then weekly. And I keep mine on a Word document. Some people keep them on an Excel spreadsheet, Google Docs, whatever works for you. I go through, I do, as I already mentioned, I batch everything once a week, probably once a quarter. I go through my topics and my ideas, and then monthly, I look at the entire month and I say, okay, what do I need to communicate this month? Are there holidays I can talk about? Or do I need to communicate that we'll be closed on certain days? I go through and what are the basics, the holidays, the national holidays relevant to the business I'm communicating. I add any of those that make sense into my communication plan. And then I look at it weekly. Usually Monday or Tuesday, I look at it for the next week and a half. And I write out all my posts, all the content for every post. And if a post needs a press release or an article so that I can tie it back to my website, I do that. And then, like I said, that article will go onto the website, and then I can create social media posts, email communications, little snippets of that information, and link back to the article on the website. And as I've mentioned, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. You're going to have to figure out what works for you and try it. As I say, I plan it all out through many different plans, and it works for me. So you have your content, you have your article, you have your press release, whatever it is, you have your website, and it's all digital. So make sure to do an online scan path. To do this, our eyes can't handle huge masses of text online. It's visually and mentally overwhelming. Even if you write amazing copy, bad formatting can kill your sales conversions. And when it comes to online copy, blog posts, sales letters, emails, some people read the entire thing, but more often than not, most people scan. Go down each page and read just your headlines. Ask yourself, are you telling a compelling story even if someone doesn't read the whole thing? If they're just scanning. If not, make changes. So here are just some quick tips on ways to make your content stand out. Include a lot of white space. Use bullets. Use bolding wherever appropriate. Use headlines and subheadings. Strive for one single idea per sentence. Keep your paragraphs short. which means no more than 3 sentences or so per paragraph. Don't use too many crazy fonts, colors, and sizes. Keep your text consistent. Remember to stick to your guide standards. Remember, we talked about those. Deliver your copy in very small, digestible bites. Remember how it looks matters. And then don't forget to test your copy on different devices across all platforms. It might look one way on a computer and a completely different way on a mobile device. So test. Wanted to talk briefly about email marketing because email marketing is still ranked as the most effective marketing channel, the most effective online or digital marketing channel. It beats out social media, search engine optimization, and affiliate marketing. Email marketing is the practice of sending various types of content to a list of subscribers via email. Can serve to generate website traffic. Remember the links and linking, leads, and even product signups. It's important that an email campaign's recipients have opted in to receive this content, and that your newsletter, your article, whatever, your email communication offers something valuable. So remember, you must always get permission. Follow through with good content, and email marketing makes it easy to have analytics and segmentation, so use them. Social media. Remember, email should be first and social media platforms are complementary. The reason is because you don't own the connection you have with your followers on social. The platform does. And if they decide to change their policies, like Facebook seems to constantly do these days, they can prevent people from seeing your posts unless you pay a hefty price for the privilege. Email, you have your list of subscribers and you can communicate to them when you want and how you want. But remember, don't spam them. So a couple tips: don't try to be everywhere at once. There are many valuable platforms out there. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and a whole bunch of other new ones just coming on the scene it will continue over time. Each one of them has ever-changing rules and features and updates and norms. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to be everywhere at once when it comes to social media. They're not doing anything well by doing this, and they're not seeing results on any platform. There's only 24 hours in a day, and quality matters. I personally like to choose 1 or 2 platforms and stick to them. As I've mentioned many times, consistent. Stick to them and stay consistent. You'll grow your audience. The other reason you don't want to be on everything is that every platform that you're on becomes an open channel for customer service for your business. People will reach out to you on those channels to engage with you, to ask questions about your products and services, and sometimes even complain, because that's the world we live in right now. And if you're not monitoring all those open channels on a regular basis, or you don't have a team to help you keep track of and respond to people, you are leaving yourself open for a huge customer service or potential nightmare. Before you join any platform or really commit to going hardcore on any platform, ask yourself the question of why. Why do you want to be on a social platform in the first place? Choose 1 or maybe 2 platforms to be active on. And then if you feel like you're doing a good job or it feels good, right to you, then expand. But rather than spreading yourself too thin or trying to be everywhere at once and not doing anything well, Pick one and dominate it. And then once you choose which platform you want to be on, you've got to commit to learning everything you can about the platform so that you can get great on it. Understand how it works, all the rules, what kind of content works best, how much fun and figure out have fun with it. Figure out how you can have fun with it. Figure out how you can have built your presence with focus and commitment and energy, because every platform is very complex and it's deep and becoming deeper by the day with its own nuances and rules. Many features are always changing. The best way to determine where to choose the platform that has the most of your ideal the best way to determine your ideal platform is the one that has the most of your ideal customers on it, and the one that you enjoy the most. Remember to have patience. Patience is really everything. Build trust over time, deliver value, help people genuinely engage, and then you can promote once you've earned that right to. Remember all your free content? Do that and then promote. My personal perspective on this is to educate more before selling. Educate, educate, educate. Educate your customers on who you are, what you want them to know, and then here and there throw in some of your sales points. Remember, you want to be the trusted leader in your industry. So educate. Remember to batch. The best way to do it when it comes to social, other parts of business and life, really, is called batching. Instead of doing something here and there, as I've mentioned, I do this with my content, with my communication plan. But instead of doing a little bit here, a little bit there, and making it so it feels like you're doing it 24/7, is do it in batches. Do days, weeks, maybe even months on it. I wouldn't say months. Things can change. You can do your months and then tweak, keep track of it and tweak if you need to. Be aware of what you've already kind of created. But batching is when you craft out a chunk of time and do it all at once. Monday afternoons, Thursdays from 3 to 5, whatever it is, batch your social media efforts to streamline your efforts. It will make you so much more effective and efficient. Batch your time and effort so that you're maximizing the time you do spend on social media and you're being as efficient with your time as possible. So digital and sponsored ads. Digital advertising creates powerful opportunities to tell brand stories at scale and context through ads on various devices and channels. You can reach larger audiences in a way that is real-time and increasingly personal. Digital advertising is paid advertising. It's just done online. And just like traditional advertising, print, radio, television, billboards, except you are linking the ads back to your website. Remember when I said your website is your home base? Everything links back to it. Some reasons you might want to try digital advertising: your buyers are constantly on digital channels. Especially these days, your buyers are probably spending a lot of time online. Digital advertising is a fantastic way for your brand to live across those channels. The availability of data enables personalization and seamless conversations. There's so much data available to target potential customers as well as track your progress. Online ads allow you to understand your metrics, track your results, make changes, and try again more efficiently. There are greater targeting capabilities. When you put your advertisements in a magazine, you have very little control, if any, over who sees and interacts with it. With today's advancements in digital advertising, you can target the exact audience that mostly like to purchase your products. By combining the power of marketing automation and an advertising network or platform, you can avoid sending messages to people who aren't a great fit for your products and services. Targeting your ads on digital media isn't only limited to demographics characteristics of your audience, you can also deliver messages that are uniquely created to resonate with your audience as individuals based on who they are and what they do. Now that you've done your content creation, your communication plan, you've sent your messages out through social media, email, maybe a podcast or a video on YouTube, it's time to listen to your response. What are people getting out of what you sent? Make tweaks and then do it again. I always say that communication is a two-way street. There are two parts to communication, and to communicate well, you must do both. You must send the message and then you must receive the message. Listening is a huge, huge part of communicating. It's the foundation to good communication, and to be a good listener, you must pay attention. What are people getting out of your messages? What are they understanding? Did they receive it? Did they receive it in the way that you intended them to receive it? Remember to do active listening, measure with online and digital communications from your website to your social to your email. You should be measuring your data, analyzing that data, tracking it, and figuring out ways to improve it. So you measure, analyze, adjust where it needs to be adjusted. Maybe it's the content you created, is it not clear enough? You might need to do it more, send the same message out more than once. Really what I found is you have to send it out over and over and over. Because you know your products, services, your messages, so you might feel like you're hearing it all the time, but your customers and potential customers aren't. They're not in your world. So repeat, repeat, repeat. Sometimes you might have to tweak it here and there and then send it again. And finally, remember, stay original, stay true to who you are, who your brand is. Stay consistent, because consistency is key in online and digital, as well as print and traditional advertising, marketing. Be very clear with your messages. A lot of times you hear, and it's true, is write not only to your ideal customer, but write at a 4th grade level. Write very basic and simply. And make sure that it's complete. Always make sure that you always include your call to action. Never assume somebody knows what to do next. Never assume somebody knows what you're talking about. Never assume anything about your customers. And that is it. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you need more help or have questions, feel free to email me. My email, meadowcroft.mc@gmail.com. And I hope that you this information was valuable.